Had about the coldest February we've had in years. Can't get any sap to boil, you know. I cussed the government and everybody connected with it. Ain't done a bit of good.
Behind these caution-taped ruins, smoke is coming from the chimney of the sugar shack, just like it has for the past 100 years. Like any craft, the key to longevity is having the next generation assume the jobs done by their elders. Today we see Randy Foxworthy manning the wood-fired evaporator, keeping watch over the boiling maple sugar water, and telling tourists about the process, just as his grandfather had done when I visited Foxworthy's sugar bush nearly 30 years ago.
Oldest grandson, the big square belt one.
Yeah, Randy?
Yeah, he does all the boiling.
I mean, if you ain't wearing some heavy clothes, you get so hot just putting wood in there that you can't stand it. You gotta walk away from it. We're actually using welding gloves. You put on a regular pair of normal gloves that a guy works in, you grab them handles, it'll burn right through the glove. I mean, it'll just disintegrate the glove. Where do you get all your wood? We got a couple small mills around here that we buy from plywood brushes.
Great-grandsons assume the role of stoking the furnace fire and going into the woods to gather the buckets of sugar water.
So how long have you been helping out with this project?
Since we're about 10. Since we're old enough to carry buckets, strong enough.
Randy Foxworthy's brother Donnie is driving a tractor hauling a 500-gallon tank out to the woods to harvest the sugar water, just like his dad Andy had done decades earlier.
Oh, I like getting out in the woods and getting the water.
Yeah.
I do that, and he does the boiling.
Yeah, it's just been kind of jumping around the way the weather has been. I mean, we could have probably tapped before we did, but you didn't know how the weather was going to turn out and all that stuff. Just played it by judgment, you know, just, well, we'll get out here and we need to get them tapped and this and that.
Pretty much. Sap runs up and down the trees. You tap this into the tree, and it runs out this into the bucket.
All right.
The best time is when it, like at night, you want it around 20, and then when it warms up, you want it around 40.
Okay.
Where the sap runs.
Drip. 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 Think how full that bucket gets. They were dumping out buckets that were halfway to 3/4 full.
And these just keep rain out.
They do what?
They keep rain out.
Okay.
Some of them actually cover the whole bucket to keep chick mutt.
Yeah, I wonder if you had any animals or anything bothering them.
So ideally, you can do 100 of these buckets, right?
Yeah.
You got a few more to go then to get to 100. I thought this only happened in Vermont. And to think that you only have a certain time of year to do this makes it more challenging. It's all terrain. It goes anywhere and everywhere. It makes the path, and it's interesting because this is how they do it out here in the rural parts of Indiana. And it was fun taking a ride and coming back here with them and seeing them empty the buckets. And the tractor is it's different from the car. It's a different pace. It's a different type of transportation that being in the city you get too used to and too accustomed to. You know, my dad, he grew up in the woods. This is his playground, his country, hanging outside, doing things outdoors, going back to the woods, and you can tell that these guys enjoy what they're doing, and for them it's not a chore, it's a time to get together and have fun, and cut up and tell jokes, tease each other, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't hustle around like that and empty all those buckets and be quick about it, but it was fun watching him do it. And that caution tape is a little metaphorical. It's almost like saying we're trying to protect and keep out any modern change from taking over this old tradition of getting the syrup. Today I got a chance to go through Parke County, which is known for covered bridges, but it's also known apparently for all the syrup farms that dot the landscape. I wasn't quite sure what to expect today, but I really came for the pancakes. But what I ended up getting was a lot more sweeter than that. I got a chance to meet a gentleman at the age of 93 who's able to regale us with stories and poems with a sharp mind and a wit that's hard to match among anybody today. And right behind me are the remains of an old schoolhouse that this family lovingly restored and kept together through many decades of hard times and good times. And even though that school is gone, its memories still remain. It's hard to think about all the things that the people inside this school have seen and what the family has gone through as they spend their time telling stories and making syrup. But listening to Archie share just a few poems with us reminded me that it really isn't the buildings and it isn't the history books that are going to tell future peoples about what we've done in Indiana. It's the stories that we share with each other in moments like this, in a quiet living room, in an old country farmhouse, that tell the best stories of all.
You can walk outside and you can hear a little bird twitter. Then you can hear another one chirp. You look at the cloud in the sky and you say to yourself, say, not going to be long, we're going to be making maple syrup.